Check 1, 2. Okay, there I am. I'm up there, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Got to collect my thoughts on this one. So guess what our Senate did, guys? Guess what? I got to just put this out there. There's probably going to be some F-bombs dropped in this, and I'm really sorry if that offends you. I'll try not to, but I guess I don't really care because I'm so angry. I want you to maybe get offended and then take that offended feeling and turn it into anger about what our Senate, our Republican controlled Senate, remember the Republicans who were the ones who were supposed to care about freedom and liberty and our Bill of Rights and our privacy? You know, the conservatives, right? Guess what? They're not on your side, guys. None of them are on your side. None of them, except for the Democrats in this scenario. The Democrats who actually said, hey. So the long story, we're going to read the story here, but the long story short is they were redoing the Patriot Act, the Rape Me Patriot Act, right? They were redoing that like they do every year or every couple years, however it goes. And this year, Mitch McConnell decided, hey, you know what? This whole privacy thing with the Patriot Act where they can do just about anything they damn well want to with us, that we've all gotten accustomed to because we're sheep and because we don't want to push back against the man, but we've all gotten accustomed to it. Well, guess what? They wanted to take it one step further. So what they're going to do is they were wanting to pass, put a bill forward that said, hey, now the FBI can just decide it wants to see what your thoughts are. Your digital online thoughts are. Whatever you type in your search browser history, we want access to that. We don't need a warrant either, by the way. We can do it to anybody we want to, but trust us. We got your back. We're only going to do it if there needs to be. Like if there's something that was dangerous or whatever, you can trust us. The government is telling you, we're going to have the right to look at your literal digital thoughts like Wyden, we'll read here in a second, said, which made a lot of sense. And I don't like Wyden. I don't like that Senator Ron Wyden very much either. But he made a very good point that our searches are akin to our thoughts, our privacy. But you know what? They don't care what's in your mind. They want to know what's in your mind. That's why they have access to your phone and everything else anyways, right? And they can check where you've gone, and they want contact tracing because they want to know exactly where you're at. And they're going to force you to take a vaccine. And you may say, hey, well, they're not really going to force you to take the vaccine. No, you're right. They're not going to say you have to take this vaccine. It's your choice if you want to take it or not. Oh, but by the way, if you don't take it, you can't go shopping, and you can't go to work, and you won't be able to travel, and you won't be able to do anything that constitutes life. But you're right. You're not forced to take it. You're not forced to take it. So now what they did is, this is just kind of the speck that broke my ever effing back today. Just pissed me off, and here I am ranting on a video for the last 3 minutes, right? Ranting to you, hopefully getting you pissed off, hopefully getting you woke up, hopefully getting you out there on Facebook and on Twitter and on wherever you social media to spread this and to spread the disapproval of this. And I don't care if you're a Republican, and I don't care if you're a Democrat. If you're a human being who values privacy at all, then you should raise your voice against these fucks that are doing this to us. There it goes. Sorry. These absolute assholes that are doing this to us, that are we're letting them. If you don't do anything, if you don't raise your voice, you're letting them. I personally am going to write letters to wherever I can write letters. I'm going to be figuring out what I can do other than this and other places to do what I can do. But the one little platform that I have, I'm going to rant, and I'm hopefully going to get you pissed off and woke up to the fact that you need to get woke up and get angry about this. Because if you don't get angry, nothing's going to change, and it's only going to get worse. If we don't rise up and we don't take our rights back, then we will never have them. They will go away and they will be gone. So it's up to you. It's up to you if you give a shit about your own rights and about your liberty and about your freedom. It's up to you if you're going to let this stand. The article reads, the FBI can access your browsing history without a warrant, and the Senate is to blame, the Republically controlled Senate. Oh, we just need the House, man. If we had the House, we'd get all these things passed. We'd get all these things. I bet you would. You know what? I don't care partisanship anymore. I don't give a damn about part of Republican or Democrat. If you're a piece of shit, you're going to get called out. And here's the other thing. Why isn't our president pushing back on that gobbleneck Mitch McConnell and saying, how dare you put that in that bill? This bill is already way too invasive. We need to trim the Patriot Act way back. We should be reversing the Patriot Act, not strengthening the Patriot Act. The Senate failed to pass an amendment to a package of surveillance laws on Wednesday that would have prevented the FBI from searching through your internet browsing and search history without a warrant. It should go without saying that this development poses a serious threat to your right of privacy. You think? Especially since a large part of our day-to-day activities are now conducted online. We work online, we shop online, my phone rings when I'm doing a video, and how do I pause this? I don't know exactly where I was at. I think I was at where it should go without saying the development poses a serious threat to your privacy, especially when a large part of our day-to-day activities is online. I think I read all that. We work online, we shop online, we communicate online. The federal government can access all of that thanks to the USA Freedom Act. So this is what we do. Something that actually limits and reduces freedom, right? We call it the Freedom Act. Because then we can just do this mind game with people and we can screw with their minds and we can say, hey, guess what? This is the Freedom Act. This makes us free. In reality, it makes you less free. But we'll call it the Freedom Act so we can just convince all the people that, oh, it must be about Freedom Act in there. I don't need to read everything or pay attention to it because, well, it says Freedom Act on it. So why would it be anything else other than freedom? Senators' failure to curb this power, the presumption, of course, is that the federal government will only use that data if given reason to do so, and the request for data will be limited in scope. But this promise means very little given that the request abuse, the past frequent abuses of the Patriot Act, an anti-terrorism tool that has taken on a life of its own in recent years. The Senate's failure to curb this power is made even more frustrating by the fact that the amendments protecting personal data and requiring a warrant failed by just one vote. I want to find out who it was that voted for this. That voted that this wouldn't pass. I want to find out who stood with freedom and who stood against it. And then I want to call each one of those motherfuckers out. So it says Senator Ben Sasse, Bernie Sanders, Patty Murray were notably absent from the vote, and at least Murray has said she would have voted yes had she been present. Of course, she says that now. Senator Lamar Alexander was also absent. He has been quarantined after being exposed to the coronavirus. Our internet data ought to be afforded the same protections as property. Critics have argued that this would be imprudent since it would likely slow down the free flow of information. These concerns are reasonable, but Democrats like Senator Ron Wyden, who's a complete hack, but he at least makes sense here, made a good point this week when he compared web browsing history to a person's thoughts. There are some things we would like to keep to ourselves, and the federal government does not have the right to search through those thoughts and through our internet searches without proving that there is an immediate need to do so. The Patriot Act and subsequent revisions might be necessary, but without accountability and oversight, it is a vehicle for abuse. The Senate had an opportunity to limit that abuse, and they refused to do so. Want to know why they refused to do so? Because they don't care. That's why. And all the politicians don't care. Republicans, Democrats, they don't care, with an exception of a few little handful that do. Most of them don't care. Most of them don't care. Most of them play the game like they care, but they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about our rights. They care about power. They care about power and extending that power. They're all a swampy piece of crap. And if Trump doesn't come out and denounce this, that's suspect for me. That's the final straw for me. I'm going to drain the swamp. I'm going to stand for liberty. I'm going to stand for freedom. We're going to make America great again. This does not make America great again. This makes America more fascist, more communistic, more authoritarian. That's what this makes us. That's what this makes America. Until next time, it's SJG Perspective. Without fear, but there's some fucking animus in this one, I do have to admit. Have a good day. Bye.